Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of our video series on people who got rich from sports betting. This week we're going to take a look at Matthew Moneyball Benham. Just like Tony Bloom, who we covered in episode 1, Benham is also the owner of a current English Championship side, Brentford FC, and also Danish club FC Midtjylland. Now, of course, it is only possible that Matthew Benham was able to acquire these clubs due to his success in sports betting, but I'd like to take you through the reason why he has been so successful as the owner of these clubs. For anyone that has seen the movie Moneyball, Benham is just about the closest thing you can get to it. He loves his KPIs, statistics, and algorithmic philosophy, and his footballing beliefs surround these kind of ideas. The easiest example I can take you through is instead of looking at how many goals a striker scores, he bases his judgment on the number and quality of the chances created by the striker and how the team performs collectively within the context of the individual's performance. Now, this mathematical approach to football was never more evident than when he sacked his former Brentford FC coach, Mark Warburton, after they actually gained promotion to the Championship in 2015. Most of the time, when a football manager takes a team up a league, they would never get sacked. But in this case, because he didn't fit the formula of Benham's style, he was sacked. The reason he did this is because he actually believes that competition tables are hugely inaccurate due to the amount of randomness in a competition. So if people remember when Borussia Dortmund fell into the Bundesliga relegation zone halfway through the 2014-15 season, he actually had them ranked as the second best team in the league. Basically, he just thought they were terribly unlucky. The cool thing about Benham taking over Brentford FC in 2012 was that he's always been a lifelong fan of the club. He's been supporting them since the age of 11 years old. He bailed them out of a £500,000 financial hole, and since then he has invested a whopping £100 million into the club, creating everything from academies and facilities to a new stadium which is currently being built. Now, with this kind of money being invested into the football club, the Brentford FC fans have fallen in love with Benham. And this year, as it stands right now, Brentford FC are actually sitting in 4th, so they're a very good chance of gaining promotion to the Premier League next year. But Benham's journey to becoming a football club owner was actually as untraditional as it gets. He actually earned a Bachelor of Arts degree in physics from the world-renowned Oxford University. And funny enough, he started his work life in the finance industry and eventually became the Vice President of the Bank of America in the late 90s. But as you all know, by the turn of the 21st century, you guessed it, he moved into the betting world. And this is where Tony Bloom and Matthew Benham's paths collided once again, which is quite funny considering they are both owners of football clubs. They are also sports betting professionals and they worked together at one point. So after his time in the world of finance, Benham actually started working as a trader for Bloom's Premier Bet, which is a sports betting bookmaker. Years down the line, the two had a falling out, and this led to Benham's departure and the start of something a lot more prosperous, Smart Odds. Now, Smart Odds is actually the exact same concept as Tony Bloom's Star Lizard. It's another statistically based model providing betting advice for customers and professional bettors. Now, they don't bring as much money in as Star Lizard, but it was reported that in 2017, Smart Odds' revenue for the financial year hit £12 million from the clients in the UK and from overseas. Just like Tony Bloom, Benham uses Smart Odds to place his bets as a professional sports bettor, but his overall career earnings from sports betting are completely unknown. But I think it's very safe to say that he has been a very successful sports bettor. Another fun fact that actually probably gave him a lot of knowledge in terms of odds in the betting industry is he actually became an owner of Matchbook, which is a betting exchange, in 2011. So that gives him an idea of the other side of the fence in sports betting. And that brings us to the end of our episode on Matthew Benham. If you would like to see the written version of Matthew Benham, then just head over to our blog. I will leave the link in the description and you can read more about Moneyball there. But thank you for watching.